Alright. Hi. Hold on. Oh, you're kind of in it.
It's fine.
Okay. Right. Hello. I know there's no one there yet, and I know there's not going to be anyone there for a while. So I don't know if I should talk or not. But I guess if people watch it back, then then they'll see all this. So I could keep talking. So, alright, I'm just gonna be drawing on another UV. So that'll be fun. Window. UV are my own original species, and I'm currently still working out the lore for them. Can I move this? No, I can't. Okay. Alright, I have had the idea for a coyote UV for a while, so let me just look. Copy image. Paste image. I'll be using that as a reference. Alright. Until people start showing up, I'm not gonna say anything. So, yeah. I got one person watching.
Hi, person watching.
Oh, hi. Wonder who you are. Comment, please, so I know, like, you're actually there. Yeah, so, hi. I am currently drawing, like a design for an original species I am working on creating called the UV. They will be like, I'm not sure if the right word is like semi-open or regulated or what species. But until I work out the kinks, the only stuff you can get is like buying stuff. Oh my god, now there's 2 people. Sorry, I get excited. Small channel. If you're here, just comment and say hi. But yeah, I'm designing a UV. Oh, Mikey! Hi, Mikey! Yeah, I'm designing another UV for my, like, creatures. For my original species. And, yeah, if you have any ideas for this, like, suggest them in the comments. I'd love it. The first thing I'm doing a coyote here, because the woods behind my house is just full of coyotes, and they're always just screaming all night. So this one's gonna have a sort of singing theme to it. Another thing, if you're not familiar with the UV, they're sort of like very much like have a blackly motif. Yeah, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like their.
No, I was
traits.
talking about their thing. I got my like best friend just sitting on my bed. Yeah. They might end up with a channel, but at the moment there's nothing. All right. So, I guess back to the drawing. I'm sort of trying to figure out the pose here, like what's a good like howling or singing pose. Like, I want them to look a bit happier because I just like. I mean, if you're gonna be dead, you should at least be happy. That might be a bit morbid. Mikey says hello to you.
Hi, Mikey.
What should people call you? Bio?
Yeah, bio.
Right.
Bio works.
Yeah. Bio is like, you know how my dinosaur. Oh my god, there's 3 people. Say hi, third person.
Bio or Jace.
Bio or Jace. Yeah. Okay. My boyfriend just commented. Apparently, I misspelled the title. I'm gonna ignore that. It's fine. Like, spellings for nerds. I mean, like, I'm sort of a nerd. Okay, I'll figure out the ears later when I'm looking at reference. For now, I'll just want to figure out the pose. Actually, you know, this does look better shrunken a bit. What if we did like a Little Mermaid pose? Like, just like you know, the one like on the rock with the splash. Okay, my BF just told me on mobile you can't use chat app properly, so like that sucks. So if you're just watching on mobile and that's why you can't say chat, that's okay. You can leave a heart because I know there's a little emoji thing. Unless you can't even do that, in which I am so sorry. Now, the main issue with this is like I want like close-ups of the face because the pattern on the skull is such a big part of it. But also, like, if I'm going to be like selling this design, I want to show off the whole thing. Like, I guess I could do it in multiple parts, but like I also want a cohesive drawing. Here, I'm gonna figure out the pose first. advice for like drawing, like when you're first like trying to just figure out the details of the whole thing, like don't zoom in and figure out like the tiny stuff. Like be like, heck, I might even zoom out a bit more just so I have like a better picture of like what my shapes are, and like it's like, you know, the whole scene, the bigger picture thing. Like I don't. This is too powerful because like here's the thing. Like coyotes, like they're not wolves. They're not these like big gorgeous beings. Like they are gorgeous, but they're not huge. They're sort of like thingies. Like what's small? I mean, I could put it in a tree. Can coyotes climb trees? Let me Google that. Can coyotes climb trees? They are need capable of climbing trees, so this one will be climbing trees because, or maybe over the ledge, because that means I can do a one of, you know, a little one of these things, which like, so like my goal is like sort of like, let's see, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, yeah, one of those maneuvers like from trees. This is sort of giving off more of cat vibes than coyotes. I mean, I could just draw a cat today. And, you know, I should probably add in, like, how things work. So maybe this will be a more story driven drawing. Like, I was really gonna make an adopt today, but, you know, like, you gotta just, like, you can't, like, if you're drawing a saying, like, this is what we're doing today, like, go for it, man. Yeah, this one's gonna be a cat. But it looks like a bit too animalistic right now. Because, like, I don't, they're not completely feral. Like, I mean, they might act like it, but, like, if you're in the furry fandom, then, like, creatures, feral characters, they're, like, actual animals. You're a real movie, get hidden like a crime. I have a song stuck in my head. I get a lot of songs stuck in my head, and like I just like to sing them. It's a lot of fun. Like if you're not bothering anyone, like even if you can't sing, sing anyway. It's just a lot of fun. And like the more practice, the more practice you get, I think you get better at it. But also be careful not to like harm your vocal cords.
I currently have to lose the first part of finale from Haunted Hotel stuck in my head.
That's fun.
Just lose the first part and Alistair's part. Alistair's part is also really good.
Alistair's just the best. Can you guys hear? I don't remember what your other name was. Bio. I'm not really sure what I should be putting here. Honestly, like I'm not really liking how this is turning out, and like I still want to make my coyote. Delete your art. Suggestion from Drop. If you don't watch Joffrey, like what are you doing? But advice they give a lot is delete your art. So yeah, I never actually fully delete it. I like I just turn off the layer. But yeah. Have you guys like? I've been watching a lot of short films lately, and like one of the ones I keep watching on repeat is Donks. Like just spelled like Donks. It for some reason it's just so good. It's like a bit like I don't know, weird. Okay, it's extremely weird, but it's so good. Okay, pose. Alright, that's a JoJo pose. I don't want to do a JoJo pose. Let's see. I'm going for like a sort of dancing thing here. Like I'm not sure. Like just if you died and were reincarnated as this freak of nature, what would you do in your free time? Like, because that's the question I gotta answer for like all of these. Well, if I go for more like feminine vibes with the pose, I can get something. Like that. I don't know what y'all think. I mean, maybe not the leg up. That's a bit too cat-like. But if we do something like one will be here, the other. No, like they're on like a ledge, right? So we do something like that. So there's this thing with the UV where like each of them have like a black. That's my favorite color. A black light, and like there's a few variants. There's like orbs. There's halos. There's like the classic sun halo that's like behind the head, and then if like their rib cage is exposed, then a lot of times it'll be inside, but it does have to be visible. I'm not sure for this one. I mean, I guess the ball isn't too bad here. I'm also like trying to figure out like if I should have some other shapes, like maybe horns could be a thing, or maybe a crown. Yeah, a crown should be one of them for sure. Yeah, that's perfect. Like I mean, I'm not gonna keep. So this one has a crown, and then okay. I actually like draw felines way more than canines, so um if my coyote looks too much like a cat, then oh no. Should probably look up their anatomy. Like I think they're pretty bony. Like here, no, I'm looking it up. Thanks. I'm glad you like the crown idea. Okay. I look everything up on Pinterest. I don't know. This just like seems best. Coyote anatomy. Coyotes really are pretty. Like I don't know. I really like them. They have very pointed faces. But yeah, they're way skinnier than this. Like so they have very like chunky like thighs, and then it like but like their paws are like very skinny, which might be just a dog thing, honestly. I'm not sure. Like I'm just again, I don't usually draw, and then the paws there. I think the tail is actually too long. Just like a shame, because like you want a long tail, but like, okay. No, I'll have it curl up. I think tails are cuter when they're curled up like that, and like while these things are absolutely horrifying, they are also cute. Yeah, because I'm not too proud of the feet, I might just zoom it up and crop it like that. Like, you know, because what, like it's my drawing. I'm gonna do what I want, and that's gonna be not show all of my drawing. Alright, that's what the basic skull looks like. And now I gotta figure out the ears. I'm looking at reference of Cody's ears, and they do sort of have just like let's check. So it goes out. Yeah. And then they got this really like sharp cheek fluff, which is honestly adorable. Like there's really not a lot of like coyotes you see in the fandom. Like like there's more canines than foxes, wolves, and like dogs. And like don't mention hyenas because hyenas aren't actually canines. Fun fact: they're actually more closely related to bears than they are to dogs, which is I think, or it's that bears are more closely related to hyenas and dogs. I'm not sure. It was one of those. Don't quote me on anything though. I'm not a scientific. I am a high schooler. Okay. The skull still seems a bit too large. Here, I'll lower that, but then what I'll do is yeah, make it a little less realistic, a little more cartoony. You know, my first design for the UVs, they actually started out as goats. And like I plan on like at least mine, like the one that I'm identify with and know I'm not gonna sell, is a goat. I I don't know if I'll make more goats because I don't want them to look too much like mine, but like yeah, I might draw it at some point, but like I currently like kind of want money because money useful. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. You know, the Simpsons quote.
I'm sorry if my ticks are showing up on stream.
I mean, like I don't care. Like it's fine. You're allowed to have a tick disorder. But if I say you're suddenly not to, then you better stop it.
Why would you ever say I'm not allowed to have my tick disorder anymore?
No, it's not that you're not allowed to. It's like becomes illegal and like you'll get sent to jail if you have a disorder. So like you better like stop it.
Fine, I won't go to jail.
Just stop having a disorder. Just stop being sick. Just
Have you tried being happy?
Just like, have you tried simply not being depressed? Oh, speaking of money, I plan on commissioning you again soon. I'm just trying to think of what I want. So be prepared, I guess. I love that. Like, I love your character designs so much, and I wanted to draw more of them, but like, I don't know enough of the lore, so yeah. Like, I don't know if like people watching right now are artists. Like, I know you are, Mikey. But like, if you want, you like feel free to sketch with me, and like, feel free to sketch a UV. Like I can like help walk you through how to do it, and like.
And also, if you aren't an artist.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, you shouldn't have to be an artist to draw things. Like, you can just draw things and like have them suck.
You could just have some shitty notebook doodles.
Yeah, I'm trying to not to curse on my screen.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Like, I mean, I don't know anyone minds, but oh, I got 4 watches. Hi, other person.
Hi, number 4.
I get excited every time another person's watching, which you can probably tell because it's just it's fun. It's fun. I feel like I have people. Oh, it's down to 2 now. Oh, that's sad. It's okay. All right. So a lot of the times, when you like see people drawing, they'll have like their sketch it in blue. Now I don't think to draw my sketch in blue, so I just put a color layer over it, and it makes it look blue. I don't know why I keep coughing. I think it's just allergies, like pollen and stuff, because like flowers are blooming again, and yeah.
Wait, is it fall or spring?
It's like close enough to spring. There's like daffodils and things, so
Okay.
yeah. I like having you here. It's more fun. We just did a podcast, talk about bugs and stuff.
We can both talk about our special interests at each other.
Yeah. And then people can watch us. And, maybe they'll find it entertaining. Maybe a whole 3 people. Hi, third person.
Is Mikey still here?
Yes, Mikey's still here. We all like Mikey. Mikey has good drawings and good taste in art. And probably music.
I mean, they're watching your stream, so clearly they have good taste in art.
Clearly.
Oh, my mother's here.
Oh, okay. Bye. Bye. Look, it's hard to do fake names. Take your dish down with you.
I will. Goodbye, 3 people?
2 people right now. But yeah.
Goodbye, Mikey and other person.
Other person might be Julian. Or, I don't know if I should say that. Zazen. Nice save. Better too late than never. That's a fun saying.
Please get out.
Oh, yeah, no. Bye.
Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi. Oh, Musket. See ya. Hello, Musket. It's Meh. Okay, I don't know who particularly. Hello, Mother. Meh is. Unfortunately, like I can't keep track of anyone's names. Hello. FYI, like if you're like new, the stream has like a huge delay. So like, if it seems like I'm taking a while to read your comment, that's just because there's such a delay. Okay, I gotta figure out how many teeth this skull has. Use reference. Always use reference. You're not better than reference. And there's nothing wrong with using reference. If you don't use reference, that's kind of silly. What are you doing? Because like what you're trying to draw, like exists in real life, and if you want to emulate that, then like it's not cheating. It's just what you're meant to do. Dun, dun. Like, I mean, don't steal someone else's work. That's completely different. But there's nothing wrong with using reference. I know a lot of people do have issues with using it for some reason, but it's like, and even if you want to put that limit on yourself, fine, I guess. But don't you dare like tell someone else they don't have real art because they used reference. Like not many people I know do that, but those that do, it's like, come on, man. Like this is your community. Like you think people learn to draw without using reference? People draw using reference like all the time. Like specifically, I think it's Christopher Hurt How to Draw books. Sorry. Did anyone have those? I have like 5. But they're great. Bye! I wish I used Jeff reference more. Unfortunately, my art teachers would shame us for that. I started using myself as a reference recently. Whose art teacher shaming them for using reference? Like in my art class, like at my school, we had so many still lifes. Like that's nothing but reference, and then they tell you not to do it. Man, your school sucks. I would say mine's way better, but I'm leaving it. So, yeah, I'm going to be like changing schools soon. I'm not telling you to which because I don't really need to dox myself today. Maybe another day, but not this day. But yeah, I'm switching schools to a more autism friendly school because surprising no one, I have autism. And like I'm excited, but it is stressful and like scary because like I'm just sort of leaving behind everything. All right, I gotta decide. Yeah, I'm gonna let this person's ribcage show, but like on the side this time. Like it is really fun to make their rib cages. So like I don't want it to be particularly common, but also like there is this issue I noticed while like making them more and more that like the body is very plain. Like the head is very very detailed, but the body itself is pretty boring. And I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna go get some water. Don't go anywhere, or I will be sad. I'm back. Did you all stay put? Good. That's good. All 2 of you. How the hell do you screw this on? Hydrate or dihydrate? I mean, those teachers would all shame me for painting a cartoony style because all my art classes only taught us realism. Thankfully, I ignored that advice and just taught myself. Yeah, I mostly taught myself too. Wait, so they want you to draw realism without using reference? That's just crazy. The teachers are crazy. I'm glad you're not being taught. I don't know if you're being taught by them anymore. Hello, third person. All right. Okay, so a lot of times I give the UV I like giving them jewelry and stuff. What kind of jewelry should this UV have? UV. You can pronounce it either way. It's meant to be pronounced UV, but that's sort of doesn't roll off the tongue too well. But yeah, I call them UV, whichever. I know I'm not in the place to set it up yet, but do any of you guys know how super chats work? Just where you're giving money to viewer requests. I mean, my channel isn't even monetized yet, so I guess I couldn't do that. But yeah, right. You should use references, but you could use references, but only what they gave us, which were usually us just copying another artist's work. If I looked up a reference of something on my phone, I got shamed for it. All right. Yeah, you're not really. Only in studies should you look at another person's art for reference. It's best to look at real life for reference because everything is going to be stylized, and if you stylize a stylized to stylized, you start losing information. You can't study muscles by studying a character that has muscles because you're gonna want to simplify that. And you can't learn anatomy from looking at anime, even if the anime has good anatomy. You're gonna want to look at pictures of actual people and possibly pictures of actual dissected people. Get a scientific anatomy class too, or something. I don't know. Dun dun dun. Yeah, hands are so hard. I'm getting pretty good at faking knowing how to draw hands, but I do not know how. And paws are a whole nother story. I only recently actually got into furry art. I've been a furry for a while, but I never really drew in a furry style because I'm not sure why. I think it was just more difficult, and all of the how-to books I had, they were always how to draw anime, and that's different from furry. And they did actually have some furry characters in the how to draw anime books, but they were always the sort of anime style of furry, which I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they look different than the typical furry style. But then again, I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of that typical furry style. It all looks pretty much the same, and you can have so much more variety in the fandom. But again, not everyone does use that style. I'm not even sure what I'm complaining about. I'm just sort of talking because, I mean, you guys can't really talk back except for through chat, and that's pretty slow. So my spring break is coming up, and I'm not sure where I'm gonna go yet. It's up to my parents, but I do have a say in it. But I don't really want to leave because school's stressful, and I don't really want to get tired and leave. I just want to spend time with my friends, man. Because I got one friend at school, and that was the one that was just there. But yeah, I agree. Most for art looks very samey to me. I'm actually happy I don't have a very common for style. Your style is actually really unique. You use a lot of airbrush for shading. It's I don't know. I do notice I haven't really said anything. I noticed with your art, Mikey. A lot of times you shave just black and white. Have you tried doing a multiply layer? I don't know. I think it looks nicer. And but there is a place for black lighting, and it might be what you're going for. But a lot of times if you use a multiply layer with a color like this, then like it just comes off better. Like actually this would be a bad example right now because it's all white. But like if I colored this in, like here, I'ma just oh hold on. Boom. And then I'm gonna make it just boom, 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 boom. We got colors there. If I do a layer and make it a multiply layer, I pick a lighter color. And then like we get this as a result. And it looks really clean. It like it keeps things saturated and like gives it a bit more sense of atmosphere and dimension. Like and then what I typically do for like lighting is like well actually I typically don't shade with a multiply layer. Like it's pretty rare. Like usually like what I'm doing is I highlight the color. I go to a different shade on my color wheel. My favorite brush to use is this one. It's just called an ink brush. It's like only in the shading I have. And then I just I just like this. I draw every individual like color change and like it's time consuming, but I think it looks nice. I usually don't ever use the multiplier layer, and I need to start to. And yes, I use black liner and stuff because my style is heavily inspired by comic books. As in comic books is how I started. Yeah. Oh no, nothing against black liner. Like I'm using black liner all the time. I just mean black shading. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay. I think this person. Do you think they? Hold on. I'm gonna shift them down so I have room for the crown. Do you guys think that they need like any jewelry or anything? Like I like giving them jewelry and clothes and like or like maybe mushrooms. Just like not sure if this looks complete. Like mhm. Alright, background. I'll just do like regular forest. Nope. Well, like not regular. Okay. Oh, the black shading comes from me also starting off drawing horror art. I used to make horror comics, so I've come to prefer using dark colors when it comes to shading. I'm working on fixing that. I love horror art. Like yeah, I like darker colors too. Like there is a thing like I've tried before where like all of my shading is just I just use pure black. Like I don't have any opacity to it or like airbrush. It's I just use black shell shading, and like it comes off like you gotta know what you're doing. But like if you do it right, like I think it looks so good. All right, I would give you guys advice on drawing backgrounds, but I'm really bad at drawing backgrounds. Like, trying to think of any advice I can give. Let's see. Um, uh, look at reference. That's the best advice I can give. Use reference. Use all the reference. That looks awful. Okay. Um. Give me a second to think. Oh, I got 4 people. Hi, fourth person. Hmm. How should I do this? Okay. Well, I don't blame you. I'm just trying to draw up backgrounds, and I hate it. Yeah, like backgrounds are hard. I am like my least favorite thing is perspective. Like honestly, especially like I have a perspective tool in here. It is this one, and like it works, but it's just so tedious because like with anything else, if I want to change like the angle of something, I just move it. If I want to change the angle of one thing in perspective, I gotta redraw the whole thing due to where the point is. So like what I like to do is draw sort of like foresty nature scenes, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'll start with that color, and then I'll have trees. Oop, layers. Okay. A tip for drawing like nature backgrounds: make it yellower than you think you would, like the leaves and stuff. It just I've noticed my instinct is to always make like grass, like any sort of greens, like a sort of like cooler, like sort of minty-ish green. But you don't really want to do that because like it comes off actually unnatural, and like that's something I had to learn. I actually learned it from like referencing Ghibli. Okay. Um, like a bit of advice, just sort of like smooth stuff over. Like don't worry about it. Well, and then if you don't like it, you can always make your backgrounds dark. And then things I do: multiply, take a purple, and now like that all looks really cohesive. I want like some highlighting. I'll grab some pink, grab my brush, and just actually that's not the best. What's the like drawing apps, like they have a bunch of brushes and like take advantage of them. Like there's a camo brush here. I like to use it for leaves. All right. Ooh, it's giving me Misty Forest 5 for some reason. Mist is fun. Yeah, Mist really. Oh yeah, it is sort of misty. Hmm. All right. There's another thing I like to do just to sort of add interest to it, and like I take there's this one brush. It's this speckle brush, and I just put it over the thing. Like I'll zoom in a bit so it's bigger. What I do is I copy the layer, put it over, and then I blur, like heavily blur both layers. I think is what I do. God, I can't remember my own practices. Yeah, and just like sort of like I guess dusty vibes. Honestly, this is not working out. Okay, no. Things like blur tools, they tend to lag a lot. So they can be really annoying to use. Like my thing here, it is completely frozen right now. So now we just have to wait. Yeah, I don't really like the way the dust is looking, so I think I'll get rid of that. Maybe I'll add something else afterwards. Okay. All right, there we go. No, I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Yeah. And then once I complete it, I'll see if something looks missing. Like the main thing I noticed where like there's always empty space on these guys is the hips. So like I'm pretty sure hip jewelry is pretty common. But like I want to put more than just hip jewelry in there. Like, would you find it shocking that I just recently discovered the blur tool? Yeah, I would. Like, what are you doing, man? Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing something. Cancel. Delete. Please load. Delete. We're not gonna try that again. We're just gonna go. All right, there's a little rock face my guy is on. Now, I actually like this color, so I'm just gonna eyedropper it because I'm working above my multiply layer, and I'll just. Oop. A lot of times, like I try to make subtle changes, and then they end up not being subtle at all, and I dislike when that happens. I would like that to not happen. Actually, I would appreciate it if it would stop it. God, I hate coffee. It's frustrating and annoying. Alright, I'm gonna flip my art, see how that looks. I probably should have done this way earlier. And, do you guys think the head's too big? Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it looks better with a smaller head. Black. Right, now, yeah, I've mentioned this before. All of the, all the, fluffy bits, the fuzzy bits that, aren't bone are black. If that's, I guess, the inside of the ears shouldn't be. It'd probably look better if not black. Not sure if I should make things a bone color, though. I probably will, though. Yeah, no harm to it. I mean, everyone else's ears are filled with bones, right? That's normal. That's probably normal. So there's this one YouTuber I watch. Her sort of specialty is talking about original species. I think trying to remember her name. It was like Sarah Proto or something. Yeah, Sarah Proto. And she, I don't know. I'm thinking it's $25 to get a small ad about your species or your channel in one of her videos. And I'm thinking of once I actually know what I'm doing, I might do that. Just see if I can get a bit of a bigger following. Yeah. I'm I just it'd be nice. I'm often sort of lonely. Like I'm autistic, so I have a lot of trouble making friends and things. And I mean, I'm fairly certain furries are more autistic than most. So I don't know. Maybe I'd find people. But also, it'd just be nice to have a community. And we all have the same interest, and the interest is liking these little guys. I am thinking of making variants. The main one I'm thinking of right now is a C variant, but I don't think that will be free. I think that'll have to be paid. The base is gonna be free because I plan on like hosting it on Paper Demon. Like once I have like enough of following that I can have like I turn it into an art RPG. But it costs money to do stuff there, so I'd have to like make money. But like you don't have to spend money to get it. You can also like trade and stuff and like receive points or whatever until like you like unlock stuff. Not sure. I'm still figuring that out. I'm currently trying to make like a website for like the lore and like a step-by-step creation on making your own. Part of like how I've been doing that is I've just been asking all of my friends to try and make their own and then seeing what questions they have. Because like there's just stuff that like of course would be a question, but because I made them, I just didn't think of like it. Like for example, the like black lights, like the essential part of it. Like I gotta remember to mention them because like they are like part of what makes this species a species and not just skull dogs or anything else. But yeah, I've been drawing for almost an hour now and I'm not even done. I'm getting closer though. What I'm really excited to do is make fursuits of these guys, like black light fursuits. How fun would that be? Ribs, ribs. Everyone needs ribs. Because if you don't have ribs, bad things. This song is going nowhere. I'll never make it in my music career. What I'm doing here is I just like the insides. I always have them be like a bit glowy, and for that to work, like they have to stay inside. So I don't know what I'm explaining. I'm getting kind of tired. I've already made one drawing today, so like I'm making another. I'm freaking out way more than I did the first time I started streaming. That's because I didn't think I'd get any views. I got like 5 at my peak. Well, one of them was myself watching on an alternate account. I'm not doing that this time, so like my numbers aren't inflated. I actually have a whole 2 people watching. I'm gonna be unstoppable soon, and I'm I'm glad. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the unstoppable force of darkness. It will. I apologize. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna add a thing there, but later. Okay, so first, eyes. Every single blacklit has these, you know, just black eyes with the white X pupils. Except I'll probably make it like a variant that you can have like one like that's the regular black with white X's, but one side is also white with black X's, like a sort of heterochromia feature. Alright, time for the markings. Now, I know you guys can't see it, like even if I pull up a lighting. Here, if I change which screen I'm sharing, I'll do that real quick. That was not good. Share window this. This is like what I use as a reference for the different patterns I put on the face. It doesn't line up exactly. Like it's just if I can't think of what to put there, I try and think of this. But a lot of times it's just what looks nice. The one thing I do try to keep consistent is that the under the eyes is like the general emotion mood they have. I'll switch back to the drawing now. Do 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 do. So We got to figure out which markings this would have. All right. The easiest thing for me to actually think of is what I usually start with is the last thing they ate. So yeah, just saw this. Your fursuits and masks are already incredible. So seeing you bring the UV to life would be really cool. Thank you. Like they originally were created just to make black light fursuits. Okay, so food. I can't really think of food right now, so I'll actually have a music motif. So I'll start with actually branching off of that. Like they sing. I'm gonna and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that looks off. Hmm. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. I'm struggling here. I mean, this one. Alright. Do some of the markings go down the length snout, or maybe even some markings on the teeth? Let's see. I doubt I'll do markings on the teeth for this one. Maybe if I had something like a mammoth or an elephant with like huge tucks, I had the markings. But like down the snout, that's pretty common one actually. Let's see. I guess I'll make it like. Oh, the one that I think I should actually do here is probably like something involving like voice. Yeah, this one's gonna be a very stripy one, I guess, because like so what I'm thinking is both sound waves and like sheet music. Yeah, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I'll add different colors to it later. Don't know if that looks very good. Alright. Oh, I like that a lot better. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm a big smart boy. Alright, I tend to go with the same of 4 colors: orange, pink, blue, and green. For the neon, like I know there are like other neon colors, obviously, but these are just the ones that always come to mind. And then I'll make this look better, like later. Like the lines will be more crisp and clear. And then ears, like I know I want something in the ears. Well, no, it's a music base. I'll just add more. Oh, I wanted to do a sing here. I'm actually gonna make all of these pink. Not sure about these ones yet, but for now I'll keep that like this. And then what I wanted to do is, so like how music notes work is they are like, dots that are on these chords, like these it's the strings that I can't think of the words, but if we do something like that, that's actually like, I don't know. It's a bit too bubbly. Maybe I just have too many. Oh, I'll add those later. Yeah, I got my idea. I am smooth brain XD. Ha. Okay. I'm gonna play like way more heavily into the fact that these music notes. I think it'll help. I don't know if any here like plays any instruments. I used to play piano. That's why I am so good at drawing these musical notations. The orange, okay, the orange doesn't work with like, you can't really put it next to the pink too well. So I'll just make this part orange. I'll erase the center, and then should I erase the center of these? No, I shouldn't. I used to play the drums. Oh, cool. Yeah, drums are fun. They're like I never really got the hang of them. Like I could keep a beat, but I can't do anything fancy with them. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I'm sorry if you don't like my singing. It will happen again. I used to try to train myself to sing heavy metal songs. I've been wondering if I can still scream like that, because I used to be able to do it. Man, that sounds like your parents would have hated it. Yeah, I never really got into like metal. I'm trying to figure out what I'm into. I guess I'm just into indie stuff, man. Like, well, you can never really be into just one thing. Like, everyone's into everything, and we're just too scared to admit it. Yeah, okay. I think that looks good. I like that. And then I'll just add more dots on the rib cage, because dots, like, it is very difficult to go wrong with dots. Like, you dot, 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 dot. I like any music besides screamo and most country. I mean, like, yeah, I'm I'm trying to think if there's stuff I don't like. And like, let's see, what comes to mind when I think of songs I don't like? Yeah, I can't really think of anything I necessarily dislike. Honestly, like, I like a lot. Alright, right now, what I'm gonna do so that everything stays beside lines, I just highlight all of the bones, like around it, and then like do a bucket erase on all of it. Yeah, I know they need more, especially like here. Like I think if I just have a thing there, and let's see. No, I'm just gonna look on Pinterest and look up just stuff. I don't necessarily want to show it my Pinterest to you guys, so you can just I don't know. Um, right. Yeah, stuff like that works. I think the majority of these guys' jewelry, like, is actually made from bones, and then the jewels they've stolen from, like, the human village they live by. I say human village. It's a moral village because it's not filled with humans. It is filled with like just furries, and by furries I don't mean like humans who like animals. I mean anthropomorphic creatures, which you probably guessed. You're not stupid, or maybe you are stupid. In which case, I'm so proud of you for being able to make it here. Ooh, the colored nails. That's something that I've been thinking about putting on Kane, though I also don't want to add to his already complex design. Yeah, like you gotta like know the time and place to do things. Um, but also like you get to decide the time and place. So like it is up to you how you want to do things. And really and then everyone else has to deal with them. Like like if you're doing your art like and like you just want to do it for you and like you don't really like you're not making it to like appease other people, like just go for it. Okay. No, that's a bit too. No, maybe it's not. Okay, this I'll have be just a strap, and I'm gonna like I guess braid the strap. That's totally what I'm doing here. And then yeah, do 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 do. All right, now for the tediousness of drawing every individual bone bead. I have no idea who makes these beads. Like, I mean, I think it might just be a sort of thing that the UV do is they just make jewelry because like their bodies are rather plain, like just their face is interesting. And again, like the reason I only have their face interesting is because again, it was just made for fursuits and just fursuits heads, and I like wearing clothes with my fursuits. So it's like the rest, and like they do wear clothes if they want to. Like the clothes are stolen from the human village, but it does get worn. Right. Bones, 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 let me see your bones. I don't wanna know if the feeling's coming home. Who knows if that's the actual lyrics? I missed a line. I'm proud of you guys for having the patience to watch a live stream. Like, I never have the patience to watch a live stream. Like, I watch all my YouTube videos at 2 times speed. My friends, siblings, whatever, think I'm crazy. They're probably right. Right. Red. That's not red. It's pink, blue, green, orange. It's like I like going off the basic features of some characters and making OCs. For example, when redesigning my Night Blights, I use Lucy Lacemaker as a reference for their body structure. Huh, cool. Alright. So, humanoid. What do we think of this? Like, is the pink too much? Right, pink on the leg. Yeah, I think it is. Maybe it's just too thick. You know what? I'm gonna remove all of this. So we just have that bit. And top, I'll add a pink. Now, yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna move this to here, and then I gotta rotate this. And then I can just recolor the bones part. Because the coloring actually isn't that tedious due to the way I have bones spaced. I just draw them. So you guys might notice in my drawings, I don't typically do like line work. Like I get a refined sketch, but like I don't have line art. Like if you look at this, it's all extremely sketchy. And like I say it's my style, but it's not my style. It's just that I don't want to do work. And you're not gonna make me do work. I'll be honest, I like putting live stream You sometimes hear background noise. I'm listening to you while I'm sketching Swire right now, actually. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's. The title is meant to say Draw With Me. I do know I misspelled it. I just don't have the effort to care right now. But yeah, like, drawing the background. I have been encouraging people to make their own movies and, like, ask me questions on the creation process so I can, like, work out kinks and stuff. But yeah. Okay. I think I'm finally happy with this now. I just gonna add the brown. Now, time to make everything glowy. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Alright, time to shave the body. I'm almost done here. I don't have a name for this person yet. So you can suggest names in the comments. It's sort of best if the name's like an option. Oh right, I did have a name idea. I sort of wanted to call them harmonica or maybe kazoo. What do you guys think, harmonica or kazoo? Hmm. Oh god, I don't know if you guys can hear my little sister, but she's currently singing "Raining Tacos." Who remembers that? All right, second name, I like that one. I think my second name was Kazoo. So yeah, Kazoo. There you go. There. Once I make it darker, you see how this is supposed to look. because like I always have it like this, and like you can just like, see too much. But there, that's like what's meant to be. And then I'll add a bit of like just glow. Deep, doot, 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 doot. Still. Yeah. There we go. Alright. This is kazoo. Here, I'll write that down. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is done. Another UV down. UV, UV. I don't know how I should pronounce it. Whenever I say UV, UV, I just go UV, UV, but then I think of chippy, chippy, choppa, choppa, ubi, ubi, yabba, yabba. You know that one, the boy kisser meme. But yeah, let's see. I guess I can do a tiny bit more, perhaps. Like, I'll just take this, go here, grab the speckle brush. Where is it? There you are. Smaller, bit bigger. Well, I'll put in some green too. Why not? And some orange. You know what these are? These are spores. The mushrooms are actually essential to the creation of the uvi. Um, they actually, so like how uvi is created is like if once a person dies in the forest, like this is the bare bones of it, they die in the forest. The other uvi find them and they drag them to like I might have mentioned this mushroom in a cave, just this, and then they set them on fire on top of the mushroom, and then after they're burning in it, there'll be an uvi, and the mushroom is somehow not damaged at all. And like how the first uvi happened, like they just died on that mushroom, and then a fire managed to start, and since then the uvi have been obsessed with making more of them. Yeah, this is Kazoo. Um, they will be for sale on my DeviantArt for like I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with $4, not $3. But yeah, um, I'm done here. I'm sort of tired, and thank you so much for coming. And bye.